Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening is a short and evocative poem by Robert Frost that explores themes of isolation, temptation, and the responsibilities of life. The poem is set in a serene and picturesque winter landscape where the speaker, on a horse-drawn sleigh, stops by a dense, snow-covered forest in the midst of a journey. The speaker begins by describing the beauty of the snow-covered woods on a quiet, dark evening. The setting is tranquil, with no other travelers in sight, and the only sounds are the wind and the snow falling softly. The speaker acknowledges that the owner of the woods lives in the village, but at this moment, the village seems far away. In the second stanza, the speaker expresses confusion about his actions. He wonders why the owner of the woods would not see him stopping to enjoy the serene scene. This suggests that the speaker is trespassing on someone else's property, perhaps implying that he is tempted by the allure of the woods. The third stanza continues to emphasize the peacefulness and beauty of the snowy scene. The speaker's horse seems to question the stop as it shakes its harness bells, possibly suggesting impatience or a desire to keep moving. The speaker acknowledges that he is drawn to the woods, but he also feels a sense of duty and responsibility to continue his journey. The final stanza brings the poem to a poignant conclusion. The speaker reflects on his obligations and the promises he has to fulfill, which are waiting for him in the distant village. Despite his strong attraction to the woods and their tranquil beauty, he knows he must move on and fulfill his responsibilities. The repetition of the last two lines, "and miles to go before I sleep," and miles to go before I sleep, emphasizes the weight of his commitments and the long journey ahead. Overall, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening is a deeply reflective and contemplative poem that captures the tension between the allure of nature's beauty and the demands of everyday life. The poem suggests that while the temptation to escape into the peaceful woods is strong, one must ultimately fulfill their promises and responsibilities in the world. The final repetition of the last lines underscores the speaker's determination to honor his commitments, even though the woods are lovely, dark, and tempting. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near between the woods and frozen lake the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.